I just finished the season finale of Run the World. And as I was watching it, I said, I wonder what Flame thinks about this. So I'm going to lay out. I don't know if you're watching it. Are you watching Run the World on, I think it's on Stars?
Is that Vivica
No,
Fox's new
nope. It is Yvette Lee Bowser, producer, Lee Davenport, the writer. It is starring 4 women. It's set in Harlem, 4 women, and they all have they're in different stages of their particular relationships. One is getting divorced. Another one is get entangled with her professor. So there's a little bit of, intrigue there. There's another one who was in love with someone who broke her heart, and now he's back, and they're trying to work it out. She's a writer. And then there's a woman getting married. So the sitcom, I guess it's not a sitcom. It's like Sex in the City, but way cooler. So, so
no, not way cooler. It's Sex in the City for us.
Okay. But I think it's for everybody. So I'm gonna say it's just way cooler. Anybody could watch this and get something out of it. But so Run the World kicks off with Whitney getting married. She's getting married. So the opening episode, her girls are, and they're all like, and she's engaged to this doctor who's Nigerian. His name is Ola, and he's sexy. And she is like a marketing wizard who's rich. They got, it's like they're perfect. She hangs out one night with her girls, gets pissy drunk, and she ends up sleeping with, and now Ola is the only man she's ever been with. So everybody's talking about, oh, that guy, he's the community peen. Everybody slept with him, but he's really good in bed. So she got curious and found out for herself. So for the episodes after that, she's carrying around this burden, this guilt. Some are saying, take that to your grave. Don't tell him. The Brisha Webb character who's getting divorced, she was like, girl, don't tell him. And the other one is like, you got to tell him, you can't start your marriage off with a lie. So she finally, during her bachelorette party, she decides to meet with her fiance and tell him that she slept with another man. Now,
dumb.
Okay, all right, wait, before I'm gonna give you the whole thing. So he, he's hurt, he's mad, and all of this, angry. Next thing you know, they're having sex, like wild sex. And I'm saying to myself, that's angry sex. That's I'm done with you sex. But she felt like, oh, okay, now we can just move on. And he gets up, puts on his clothes, and he's like, I need time, and leaves. And she's like crushed because she's really sorry. She really is. So your thoughts, Flame Monroe?
Okay, so first of all, she should be sorry. She should be sorry that she told him, because what she should have taken from the community peen was the experience and the lesson, and went home and taught the brother that she was about to marry. Like, look, let me show you how I want you to do this and do that. See, here's the issue with relationships between couples. I'm not psychic. And like I said before, a woman giving a man oral is pretty much the same, but women are all different and like it differently. But men are not psychic, and if you don't open your mouth and tell me how you like it or what you like, I'm not going to know. And if it take me 2 years to find your spot, that's partly your fault, because all you had to do was tell me or grab my head and put it where you needed it to be. See, we don't open our mouth. She was stupid for not learning that lesson from that experienced peen and taking it home and teaching it to Olaf, because Olaf could have been like, damn, you got good, because she hasn't released her sexual being to him, which is why he hasn't released his sexual being to her. And now y'all got to find anger to do it. Yeah, she should have held that. She should have held that until after the marriage. And on the wedding night, all the shit she learned from the cheater, she could have taught to the new husband. Baby, he would have loved her even more. She shouldn't have told the girlfriend.
But Flame.
I ain't trying to hear it. Men cheat, women cheat too. Let me tell you something. Women cheat more.
I'm not even talking about the cheating. I'm talking about. So here's the question that I really have, because I know a lot of women who have accepted and moved on from their man cheating. I know I can name both hands and use my toes and keep going. Mm-hmm. Women who are still in relationship and marriages with men who have definitely cheated, some who have publicly cheated, and they have figured out how to move on. I have yet to meet a man, 866-801-8255. I've yet to meet a man that could be okay with knowingly being with a woman that cheated on him. That's why I knew that sex was going to be the end for him. Now, maybe next season, because they're women writers, they're going to figure out how he's going to feel, come back to her. They're going to have to work that out. But I think men have a hard time. They don't have a problem cheating, but they they have a hard time forgiving if it's done to them. Am I right thinking that?
And here's the man in me, because y'all know this is he, she, we. I've been a husband and a wife sometimes in the same night, depending on who turn it was, how much money was involved, which day of the week. As a man, you damn right. You don't give it to nobody but me. Men do not recover from that. And I try to tell women that all the time. We are so shallow in our ego. We are shallow in our stroke. And I want to know everything that you have done to me. In my head, every time we having sex, I'm wondering if you did it to this next brother. So this is how men think, baby. Men don't get past it. And when they do, not all men, but when they do, the first inkling of, I think that you're cheating on me, you go right back to that same exact feeling. Women can go past it because, you know, women will do it again and you'll never know. But men, it's hard for us to recover from that. That's the truth. I don't even know why it's set up like that, Karen, but it's the truth.
And I feel that way. So is the advice 866-801-8255? Because we do know that women do cheat. Is your advice, Flame? Is your advice, Flame Monroe, to take it to the grave? Because, you know, we live in a society where it tells, you know, the society tells you we should have honest and open relationships. We should be honest with the person society that is our soulmate.
The politics ain't honest. The government ain't honest. Let me tell you something. You will have a stronger marriage if you learn some experience before you go in. You ain't got to tell everything. Everything must not be told. Shut your damn mouth. You got you some good. You were not married. So she was not his wife technically on the show. Right. She was about to be his wife. So guess what? Men would know. I've been to bachelor parties, baby. Let me tell you, at the bachelor parties, they get their last. They say it's their last hurrah, but you know, some men cheat the next week. Baby girl, I'm glad she got that. She needed to know that just in case he mess up, you ain't the end all to be all. I know another brother that can touch the bottom and work the middle, some things that you ain't ever did. Oh,
okay. 866-801-8255. I'm also thinking, all right, Smiz. Okay, thank you. That was a flamethrower. I'm also thinking that in his mind, he said, when did this happen? So I'm like, don't tell him when. And of course, she said like 6 weeks ago. So he's thinking, you done slept with me at least a dozen times in the last 6 weeks and never said anything. And I feel like a fool now. So a lot of that is just like ego. You played me out. I feel like a fool. I slept behind this dude. You didn't even tell me. She should have said like last night or 2 weeks ago. That's why I was distant. She told him 6 weeks ago, and then he's putting together all of the things. And in his mind, because he's a doctor, he's really smart. He's like, this is some bull crap, but I'm going to get this last hit in and then I'm out. And I was like, that's foul. But I don't know why she didn't see that that's what that was. I wouldn't have let him sleep with me.
I don't even know the time would have made a difference, Karen. When you cheat on men, when a woman cheats and give a man's honey pot away, because when men, as a man, the man in me, you know, I'm both sides, I can't lose. The man in me, you can't give my honey pot away. You cannot knowingly give my honey pot. It makes me feel like, is he bigger than me? Was he better than me? Is his stroke better than me? Men put all of that, compartmentalize all of that, because that's all we're concerned about. We're not worried about that. He got a better body. He got more money. Is his stroke better than mine? Is his head better than mine? Is his piece bigger than mine? And can he do it better than me? Those are the only 4 questions we want to know. And we ask those questions. We really don't want to know the answer, but we do want to know the answer. But then when they tell us, yeah, he was bigger than you and he did it better, then your feelings is hurt. So when you ask for something, you get it. Men shouldn't ask, but I'm telling you, we are very shallow ego when it comes to that.
But if she's with you and she wants to be with you,
it don't matter. You gave my you gave my honey pot away.
Can say it. You can say the P word on the Karen Hunter Show. All right. 866-801-8255. Flame is in the building. I also have some other questions for you about macaroni and cheese ice cream, but let's go to the phones. Let's go to the phones and go to Seth in Texas.
Hey, Seth.
Hello there. How are you?
How are
Flame,
you?
I have a girlfriend, and she's kind of distraught. She went out on a date with a retired gentleman from the service, military, and she's 52 years old. And on the first date, they went out of town together, and they had talked a couple of months before going out. But on the first date, he asked her for anal sex on the first date. And she was a little put off by that. He said that was something that he's into, and it was a requirement. And my question to you is that an acceptable thing on someone's first date, or I'm just kind of old school? And what's up with that?
Well, first of all, hey Seth. First of all, they did it on the first date. Some people would frown on that they even actually had sex on the first date. But anal, that's a treat. What women look at that as like, that's a treat. That is when you paid all the bills and you took care of the kids and you bought me a fur coat. And yeah, that's a treat for men, from women. So yeah, he's not the one for her. Let me just start off and say that he's not. Did he even get the other part first, or did he just go straight for the anal?
He went straight for the anal.
Oh, he's not the girl for her. He's looking for a girl like me.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing. Now, let me ask you, because there's a lot of commentary about some Tyler Perry thing that I don't watch. And the guy was like, "You tickle my prostate and all of this, and you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this." And we've talked about this before. What people like in the bedroom, that's between two consenting adults. That's their business. However they like it, that's great. However, there are a lot of women. I did this book called On the Down Low with J.L. King 100 years ago. That was, semi groundbreaking, because nobody was talking about the things we all knew. And the publishers were even squeamish about putting the book out because they were really nervous. And it ended up being one of my best-selling books of all time, because there's women wanted to know, because in that book, JL gave signs that your man is gay. Here are some signs. And I know that for a lot of women, that is something that they want to know. Are there signs?
Well, I don't know. See,
I love you for that.
There used to be a whole where you could see a gay guy and without question, Stevie Wonder could know he was gay. But there's a new breed of gays. They look like thugs, hardcore, pants up under the butt, tatted up, white beaters, gunned, and you just don't know. But I do know that a prostate is an erogenous zone when you have an erect penis. And if you're not in tune with your body as a man, and I'm talking to you heteros, I'm not talking to the gays. If you're not in tune with your body, if you're not comfortable with somebody, with surrendering yourself when you're in a sexual moment, then you're not ready to have sex with somebody for real, because that is what you do when you offer somebody your body. You surrender yourself. So touching me in places, technically for the 20, 30, 45 minutes, however long your session is, you belong to me and I belong to you. Now, if anal on the first date, I'm not even with that. That is just like, that ain't something I do no way. But that is not, I'm not down with that. But there are no more signs, because it has become so, they are able to carry it in such a different manner this quarter that even I am fooled sometimes. I'm blown out the water by really, but a woman rubbing a man's prostate when he's erect and they having intercourse is a greater orgasm for him. The sad part is so many Black men, don't say it, are not in tune with their entire bodies. They don't know what touches them and what they desire, because they don't. So
just because that gives you pleasure doesn't make you gay. And unfortunately, we have associated that with homosexuality. So
yeah, because if a man tell a woman, rub my ass, you gay, that's gay, I ain't gay, I don't do it, and then she run and tell everybody, and that is not gay, that is part of his body, and he has given himself to you just like you have given yourself to him.
Okay, thank you for your call. Let's go to Derek in Atlanta. Welcome.
Hello, Karen, Flame.
Hello, Derek.
Hi.
Hello. I wanted to, I know it's Foolish Friday, and I don't want to put a damper on everything, but I'm going through a very similar situation. I've been in a relationship for 14 years, and last year I found out that my partner had cheated on me, and I had all those feelings that Flame talked about and wanted to know all the questions. Found them out, and I'm still struggling. It's been almost a year now. We're still together, but I don't want to, continue to be a fool, because that's what I feel like. You can't help who you love, but we were together so long. I don't believe that that's the first time after, I don't think that you would wait that long to cheat on somebody. So my question is, I just want to know if it was with a younger man, actually a underage man, like 17 years old, and my partner is 47.
Okay, that's something else.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
wait
I'm
a
talking
minute.
about.
You in Atlanta? Is your let me first of all let me start here. You in Atlanta? Is your partner a man or a woman? Because you in Atlanta, baby.
Yes. Yeah,
It's a
my
man.
husband is a male.
Oh, okay. So you had to
Yeah.
clarify because I had to know it's different. It's different answers on the sexuality. There are different answers.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the case.
Okay. Let me first of
Um,
all, you should have called the police on your partner because the baby was underage. That's first. So you fucking with a pedophile. I said it. Secondly, you're not gonna get past that. Even as a man dealing with another man that cheated on you with somebody younger, because now you're going to feel inadequate because you say they were so much younger, 17. You always going to feel like you will never measure up to that young man that he was with. So I say y'all either bring in a threesome or just have an open relationship to where I can go here, you can go there. Because if it's a gay relationship, baby, y'all was together 14 years and you never cheated.
right.
You never cheated?
I had I had the opportunity, and that's what frustrates me and makes me so angry because I held out. I didn't see. I mean, that's not it though, because this younger guy, my now husband, bought him a car, paid for him an apartment for.
Oh, you
6
answer
years.
your own question, because baby,
Yeah.
you should have got my money, got the fuck on.
Oh,
Screwing
come
me is
on.
one thing, but he taking care of that kid. Y'all gonna adopt him? You better leave. Yeah, you need to leave, boo. That's it.
That ain't it. So
You
I
put your
ended up.
over here.
Yeah, I ended up meeting the guy, and he came on to me, and he suggested the threesome. He said he could protect both of us. I don't need protection. But come to find out, my partner contracted HIV.
Is this a Tyler
During our
Perry script?
relationship.
I'm feeling like
No,
are you for real?
being
Derek, is this real?
very real. So
Damn.
we were together 14 years. So at the exact time that I found out about the cheating, he came out and told me that he was positive. And when I asked how long did he know, he said 2 years or so. So for 2 years, I wasn't.
Listen, you telling this story and being so transparent on Karen Hunter's show right now on Foolish Fridays. You're not built to break, but you need to go look in the mirror and answer the question that you're asking, because you got the answer in your head. But I can't answer that. Neither can Karen. No one can tell you what to do on this, but you know what to do. You don't need validation from us. You're not a parking lot. You know what to do.
Not a parking lot. Derek, thank you for my gosh. And I'm sorry that went.
I am too. I'm sorry about the situation. But the answer is in the mirror.
Yeah, but I'm also hearing something. And I had this, not personally, I had this experience with a friend of mine who ended up with a woman that I introduced him to, and I felt really bad, who had an STD that I didn't know about. I'm like, how would I know? And he called me up like mad. And I was like, I'm not a gynecologist. I didn't know. But
the
he's thinking,
the Gucci called you, say, hey, Karen, girl, I got a little syphilis, a little gonorrhea, girl.
Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Well, you introduced me to it. I was like, I don't take a medical exam, and I warned you. Anyway, the point I'm for him, I know he was struggling because it was an STD that you can't get rid of. So then it was like, how do I get into another relationship, right? And am I gonna be am I stuck with her? Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe in Derek's mind too, to be back out in after 14 years with this one person, the stakes of having to go out, now you might have contracted this as well, changes the whole dynamic. You're not going out as an untethered person. So your decision making is a lot more complicated.
Yeah. I need you to go play Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror, and listen to the words. Listen to the lyrics. And go listen to the lyrics, Man in the Mirror. I promise you. It's going to inspire you.
866-801-8255. Marie in Texas. Wow. Welcome.
Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Hi, Marie.
Hi. I just wanted to let you know that after your interview with Miss, is it Brisha? I
Webb.
went out and got stars. I binge watched last Saturday every episode and got caught up to Sunday. That is the best series. And those are some of the most gorgeous, beautiful Black men and women in one that I've ever seen. I just wanted to tell you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. I try to do a public service with what I'm watching, because it's actually what I'm watching. And I was pleasantly surprised, because when I saw the commercials, I was like, another one of these shows, and I thought it was going to be trashy, but it wasn't. It was elevated. But a question came up, and Marie, you're welcome, and thank you for calling. A question came up yesterday. I was talking with Dr. Anthea Butler, and I was talking about this show because I can't stop talking about it. She said, is anybody in there over 250 pounds? And I was like, no. So she said something that made me sit up, because for a lot of women over 200 pounds, we don't get to see ourselves. I mean, and the sex in this show is so sexy. It's sexy. And like Maria's saying, everybody's gorgeous. Everybody's beautiful.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you, do we want to see?
I think all mirrors all around the world are appreciative to look at beautiful couples getting it, because the mirror has an opinion too. You see somebody, you want to see two 600-pound life people getting it, the mirror would turn around. It would just turn around back. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Fuck it. You ain't even got to answer questions.
Come on, Flame. But they're getting it in though. So somebody having sex.
Well, this is the society that we have built for ourselves. We want to see visuals and images. And I'm sorry, I like to see pretty bodies on TV. I like to see pretty people together. Because I may not have that in my life. I do, but I may not have that in my life. So I want to see something. It's a fantasy. They've created a fantasy. I love it. And you say the show is great. I'm going to watch the show, Karen, just because you said that. And this lady just validated it. I'm going to watch the show. And I love Brisha Webb.
Brisha Webb is hilarious, by the way. All of them. And that was the other thing. The casting, the personalities, like they covered the range. With the exception of having somebody over 200 pounds. 866-801-8255. I hear your point. TV's fantasy. Adrian in Georgia, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm a first-time caller, and I just want to say I'm a huge fan of yours, Karen Hunter, and a huge fan of Flame Monroe. I watch her on
Thank
TV
you. Hey,
all the time.
Adrian.
But I just wanted to say I totally agree with Flame. She should have shut up. I was introduced to Run the World by a friend of mine, because at first I was like, I don't want to see that. But I actually got into it, loved it. And when I saw that scene, I was like, she's going to talk, she's going to say something, and she's going to ruin it. And sure enough, she said something, get into a fight, sleep together, now he leaves. And I just feel like sometimes when it comes to movies and TV, I feel like sometimes they give us, like, normal people a lie about what relationships should look like or how they should be, with this, you got to be truthful and you got to tell him everything, because they don't. Like in certain relationships, men are not going to tell women everything. And I feel like women should not be telling everything to the man, because sometimes you're doing more harm than you are helping the relationship.
Amen to that.
Oh, but it goes against all that we've been trained to.
Please, morals don't mean the same. Child, the Bible changes every week.
What Bible changes every week? Which one?
Baby, the definition of what the stories mean in the Bible, baby, it's a reinterpreted. It's a different reinterpretation every week. And I've never been married, but isn't marriage a institution of a partnership and an agreement? It's not going to be perfect. And business is not perfect. And marriage is a business. It's not going to be perfect. But she got her row out before she said I do in front of the vows of God. So guess what? She should have kept her damn mouth shut, because I would have got it in. And every time he made me mad, I would have went back to revisit that player.
Hilarious. Flame Monroe is here. Flame Monroe, and you can follow Flame on Instagram at Monroe Flame, where every 4 times a week there's the love line at 6:30 p.m. PT or 9:30 p.m. ET, which is Eastern Time. 866-801-8255. Let's take another call, and we'll go to a break. Let's go to Mo in DC. Welcome.
Oh, how you doing, Karen? How you doing, Flame?
Hey.
What up, Mo?
Yeah, so what I wanted to say was earlier, Karen, you had said that you knew several women that forgave their unfaithful spouse.
You know them too. They famous.
That's true. You didn't know any men. And I said, well, you should expect that. Because what do women always say? Women say the act of sex, while it might be enjoyable, is not really about the act. It's more about the emotion. But men will screw a pretty hole in the wall and not care. So when a woman meets someone and have sex, there's an actual threat to that relationship. But a man can have sex, like all these guys that go overseas and have sex with these people, they probably don't know that woman's name and don't want to see that woman ever again in life. Those relationships are never in jeopardy.
Yeah.
And in fact, getting back to the question of the show, I agree with Flame. She definitely should not have said anything, because here's the thing. Me as a man, I know as far as if I want to be in my relationship, I don't want to know. If I want to know, the reason I want to know is because I want to know how mad I want to be, who I want to be mad at. I want to know what my next step is. If I really want to preserve that relationship, I don't want to know.
All right.
Right, but men always ask now. We do because I've been cheated on before, and you, well, what was different? What was, and you think you want to know that answer, but you carry that answer in your DNA probably forever. Because I still have that. I mean, I don't have the same feelings for this person, but you know, I think about. And I've seen this guy. I've seen the guy. I ain't gonna even tell you how dirty I was. I'm telling you what I did after the show. So I've seen
Wait,
him.
I was going to ask you, you know, because I think so much violence has happened because people had to say something. And I think there's a messiness as well. It's not just getting your stuff off your chest, but you want to hurt that person because you cheated sometimes for a reason. So you want them to value you. So you're tweaking them, but without understanding the consequences of that. Which I think women don't understand the consequences.
Story real quick. Let me get y'all the story before we go to break, real quick. So my baby mama cheated on me with a gay boy that we both knew. He was a very handsome gay boy too, and she didn't tell me. Then we got pregnant, and she, you know, she like it was not my baby, but I found out 2 years after the baby was born. When I found out, I called the nigga, told the nigga that his baby was his baby, but in order for him to see her, I had to retaliate and get what I wanted from him. So not only did I screw her, but I screwed him, and then didn't let him see the baby. The baby I still have, for that I got a DNA test. She's mine, 99.98%. She's mine. Yeah, that is called payback from a tranny.
This is I feel what the Tyler Perry script is going on here. I feel like if Tyler Perry's listening, we're gonna see this eventually. And I
told him, I told his boyfriend, I told his mama, I told everybody. I did. Payback, baby. You don't touch what belongs to me.
So much
Shit.